Hello, 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 hello. We're back, beautiful internet. We're going to get some Monster of the Week back in this rotation. So, from the beautiful mind of Michael Panish, we have Golden State Monsters. Yeah, we're using the Evil Hat Productions Monster of the Week. So, pretty readily available. So, look that up. Follow along if you'd like. But this story is going to get weird. I can feel it already. The theme music, if you checked out the beginning, it's pretty cool, man. Boom twanga, let's do it. But I'm going to give this over to Michael. Thanks for everybody coming in and playing. We're going to go with, I don't know how many arcs, but we're starting with the first arc. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to get over to Michael Panish. It's all yours.
All right, thank you. And welcome to Golden State Monsters, the epic Western saga of frontier madness and monsters in the bloody heart of the California Gold Rush. I'm Michael Panish, and I'll be, in the words of Monster of the Week, your keeper. Strange things to say, but that's how this game works. I'm a big fan of this game, and as far as I know, we've never played it on Time and Tabletop, which that we had to rectify that.
Yeah, we
So we're
played
playing it
Monster
now.
Hearts, but not Monster of the Week.
We played Monster Hearts, we played Urban Shadows, but never Monster of the Week. It's a classic as far as I'm concerned. I love this. I've always had a great time whenever I played it. I've run it a few times, so I'm still a little new to the system. But I'm happy to be here. Happy to be with everybody and learn together. So we'll kind of introduce our characters in the action, but let's go ahead and meet the players first. Some of which are in some very cool outfits. No problem if anybody isn't. This is I'm wearing some Western wear that was sent to me by mistake, so I'm doing my best. So fate gave me the attire that I need for this. Let's go ahead and meet the player. So please tell me who you are, and I guess maybe if you ever played Monster of the Week before, your familiarity with it, if you had some cool experiences with the system. Let us start just going around with the people on my screen in that clockwise order, starting with Nick.
Okay, I'm Nick, and in terms of when I've played this, I've only played it a few times, like once or twice with Michael. I think that might actually be it. It was actually at a Time to Tabletop event. So.
Oh, I think I remember that. Hopefully you had a good time.
No, it was good. Yeah. I think I played a weird that time.
All right, awesome. Next up is Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat, kind of a regular on this here channel. I have played Monster of the Week before, but just one time. I played a werewolf. It was a modern game, so as a werewolf VTuber. She didn't actually have a VTube avatar. It was actually just her as a werewolf, and she just claimed that it was an amazing, CGI. Yeah, we had a pretty good time. There's a little bit of a conflict between some of the players, but it was fine other than that.
All right, happy to hear it. I don't think there'll be any VTubing in this one. I'm trying to think what the 1850s Victorian frontier version of a VTuber is, and it's not pretty. They're bad. The analogies I can think of are all bad things. And that brings us to our special guest. He's joining us for this first episode. He may be popping back in over the weeks. We're super happy to have him. We're super lucky to have him. It is my own flesh and blood, my dear cousin, Austin.
Hello, happy to be back. I have played on this before, and I feel like it is the happiest medium between the number of rules and also giving plenty of space for players to be creative. So I really like this system. It's been a little while since I've used it, but it's still one of my favorites. So actually, it's very surprising to hear that you haven't used it on this before.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think it's got, you're just rolling 2 dice. You add a number to it. There's like different options, but within that, there's those simple rules. There's like so much freedom and so much creativity. So happy to bring that to the channel. And with that, let's go ahead and get into the game. So I think, as I sort of mentioned, this story is taking place in the year 1850. It's been just a little while. It's been just a short year since the famous 1848 discovery at Sutter's Mill, when James Marshall and his band of workers there, trying to build a sawmill for Swiss adventurer, weirdo, madman, monster, John Sutter, discovered a nugget of gold. They tried to hide it. They could not. It went out, and gold fever has swept the world. Since then, people from all over the world have poured into California. They've created all kinds of kooky, ramshackle, messed up little cities and encampments all over the place. You got places like San Francisco, which is somehow a insanely violent frontier town, also one of the biggest metropolises in the world. And right up the river from that, we have the gold fields themselves. Around Coloma, the places where that gold was discovered, many people are there, sitting in the water, freezing their ankles off, looking for gold. They're not quite finding that much of it, but of course they are finding trouble, they are finding violence, and they are finding evil. So with some of those gold seekers, those Argonauts heading upriver on a steamboat is where we first set our stage. We got this old rust bucket of a steamer creeping its way up the river. It's limping along, it's churning, it's bringing those people to the gold fields looking for their fortune. And this river, this boat, not so fortunate. There's been accidents before, there's been problems. This one's chugging along. We meet some of the passengers. We meet a particularly weird, eccentric-looking individual. He is wearing a plug hat and a burlap sack for the rest of his garments. This bewhiskered, buffoonish madman is known as Potato Sack Jack, and he is the mayor of Hangtown. We meet him as he's looking over the railing, looking down at the water, this like brownish green water rushing up as the steamboat makes its way down the river. And then he turns back to two individuals that he's brought in to help him with a problem. So let's start with Nick. Please introduce your character as Potato Sack Jack greets you.
All right. Well, he eats a very tall, lanky, very pale, gaunt-looking figure, with sort of like, I believe, red eyes with like, I believe, what is the white, the usual white of your eyes? What is that?
Sclera.
Yeah. Instead of white sclera, he has black sclera, and if you look very closely at his mouth, you'll see very jagged teeth.
Oh man, so a fearsome-looking individual, to be certain.
Yeah, he definitely tries to hide his eyes. Tends to unnerve people.
Oh man. So Potato Sack Jack, kind of leaning over the railing, says, "Well, Mr. Kessberg, reckon we should be in old Hangtown about another couple hours so on the water. I gotta ask you, how do you find California?"
It was better than how I came here. Definitely sight warmer. Got caught in
He's
the
like,
mountains earlier.
"Oh man," he's like, that sounds ominous."
Oh, let's just say I'm a survivor.
Fair enough. And speaking of ominous survivors, Let me introduce you to the other feller that I hired. And he points to another person who was there on the quarter deck, on the deck of this steamship. Austin, you can introduce your character here.
Oh, hello. I'm Wilbur. Wilbur is a salt and pepper gentleman in a waistcoat with a pocket watch. And he has blood on his cuffs. But it's you don't have to worry about it. It's just you don't get to clean up very often, so not a lot of bleach in the Old West.
Oh, definitely not.
But
It's like some kind of weird powder that you order in like a catalog, and it never works.
yeah. He's a man of wealth and taste. He's
Man,
he just says, "Yeah, I'm Wilbur, and I am starving.
I feel you.
I have not had a great meal on this boat."
Potato Sack Jack says, well, I think we can fix you up with something nice once we get to Hangtown. How'd you feel? How both of you feel about some flapjacks?
Don't normally partake of the flapjacks now these days.
Griddle,
Give me a stack of 6. I'll eat whatever you got.
My tastes.
all right,
no,
I'll see what flapjacks I can conjure up once we get there.
my tastes are a
he
little
points-
more eclectic.
Hey, don't you worry. In Hangtown, you can get flapjacks and griddle cakes.
Sure.
He
Delicious.
points down the railing to two other interesting-looking individuals. One of them is a little girl who's about 10 years old, extremely fancily dressed. She's got like, back then it was like if you were a child, they were like, you're a small adult, so you're working like an adult and you're dressing like an adult. And she's dressing very much like an upper class aristocrat, like parasol, white gloves, round hat with some flowers in it. Next to her is a like hulking, black clad butler. Guy looks like he would probably be playing football in a couple decades. Totally bald, just sort of staring off kind of blankly at the river going by. Potato Sack Jack says, "Oh, I heard about them. That there's Lady Thalia Hammersmith, and her butler goes by the name of Mudge. Genuine English aristocrats, if you can believe it. But what they're doing here, I cannot fathom."
Yeah, that man looks like he eats well.
Well, gold brings out
That he does.
the best and worst of people.
So he looks back at the river and he says, now I don't want to alarm you. And I know I brought you in here for a job to kind of look at some of the strange goings on around Hangtown. But this route ain't had the best luck. In fact, it was just about last week that another steamer, the Good Fortune, blew up and sank with all hands and crew lost. They're all at the bottom of the river now. It's a real mess. But that was a week ago, and I'm expecting better things from this boat.
I hope so.
As he says this, Levi, Wilbur, you both notice that young Lady Talia is pointing into the river, or pointing to like kind of where the river meets the hull of the boat, with a sort of like interest and then sudden fear, as you see waterlogged corpses, at least like a half dozen of them, all kind of mangled. They have like river grass, reeds, sort of cattails, stuck in their bodies. There's like water leaking out of them. They start scrambling up the side of the hall and like coming over the railing in a definite, like, aggressive zombie attack kind of way. So, Kesberg, I'll ask you first. What do you do?
Well, they don't seem very friendly, so
Definitely not. People are screaming. Potato Sack Jack is like, oh, holy hell, we're under attack by some kind of infernal waterlogged rock boxes. Mr. Kesberg, Mr. Wilbur, please earn your pay.
well, I write it in, and he'll sort of reach into his long coat that I forgot to mention, and pull out his 38 and start firing.
Oh, amazing! All right, well, let's get some black powder over here. We'll do just one roll from you, one from Wilbur, and then we're gonna do a dramatic cutaway.
I do
All right, so Levi,
2d6.
yes, it sounds like you want to kick some ass.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and roll plus tough.
Well, just barely. It's a 7.
7. Okay. So, on a 7, you, whatever you're fighting, inflict harm on each other.
Okay.
I mean, I would say you're shooting your pistol. How much harm does the pistol do?
It's 2 harm.
Okay. So you like, I will say one of these zombies, this one who's got like almost a beard of reeds and like river grasses coming down from his like bloated face, is sort of like scrambling towards you. Just unload the pistol, fire on him. You do 2 harm. You successfully blow his brains out, and disgusting, bloated, watery flesh flies everywhere. However, he does tackle you, and in his like death throes, smashes a hand across your face, and you're going to take 1 harm.
Okay, well, since
Our first harm of the game.
well, unfortunately, the my immortal nature makes it so that I take 0 harm.
Whoa, you got some armor. Very cool.
Essentially.
Yeah. So what does it look like? What does it think like? As you know, a zombie arm smashes into your face. What is the result? We got to have this described.
Sure. I guess it just sort of, yeah, he sort of gets knocked over, as you said, but like the smack sort of like hits, but Levi just doesn't flinch.
Whoa, amazing. All right, Wilbur, after witnessing this amazing display, you look over and you see that Lady Talia is in danger of being overwhelmed. Like Mudge, the butler, is like, he's smacking the zombies aside, punching them, but like they are surrounded, and the zombies seem very keen on like attacking her. What do you do?
Is there something I can use? I guess I could just grab anything that's on the deck and start hitting or smashing the zombies away from them.
All right. I mean, I would say you could find like a fire hatchet like on a wall.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm sure these like 1850 steamboats were just like covered in sharp implements, always close to hand in case they're needed. So is your goal, you thinking, to deal more damage to the zombies or to save Lady Talia?
To save.
All right. So it sounds like you were going to protect someone. So similar thing, but you're going to roll plus tough.
Okay. All right. I have a 0 for that. So good luck, me.
Oh man, good luck. Well, I think we could. There is a way to help if Kesberg wants.
Yeah, I got this. Don't worry. I'm solid.
All right.
Okay.
I love that confidence.
I got
Go
9.
ahead. A 9's not bad.
Not bad.
All right, with a 9, You protect them okay, but you'll suffer some of the harm they're going to get. So I think you're going to take one. What's that?
That's fine. I'll take a harm.
Yeah, so you take one harm. What does it look like as you rush in and like heroically save this girl and her butler?
I think I'll just chop down a few. You know, as they're getting closer and they're reaching for it, I'll chop off the arm and then do a couple of 1-2 swings to keep the others at bay. You know, just keep slashing until they're done.
Amazing. So you're swinging that axe. Zombie limbs are flying between you and Mudge. The zombies are like dispatched. Lady Talia gives a very polite bow, and she's like, "Thank you very much, sir. I believe you have saved my life from being torn apart by the undead."
Well, it seemed like the, I don't know, best thing to do at the time. No thanks necessary.
She says, "But nonetheless, sir, I express my eternal gratitude." And then Mudge gives like a kind of a grunting agreement. But then you hear Potato Sack Jack being like, "Boys, we got ourselves a real problem." You guys look at the quarterdeck and you see a humongous coagulation of undead limbs. It looks like several of these corpses have been fused together, just like smacked together by the crash, making a weird, like multi-limbed, multi-bodied, watery blob that plops onto the deck and starts like sort of rolling towards you like some disgusting boulder of rotting, soaking flesh. So with that in mind, we cut away to the town of Hangtown itself. This booming gold rush town, which will one day be the charming place of Placerville, is now a like place where the only law is the rope. And it's not called Hangtown for nothing. In the center of the town, there's a big old tree, a lot of ropes dangling from it, where a great deal of the town's problems are very violently solved. One of the many like clapboard ramshackle buildings surrounding this tree is the Great Western, which is part of one of the most successful types of businesses in Gold Rush era California, a brothel. We follow the owner, Sarah Bowman, who is also nicknamed the Great Western. She's an extremely powerfully built, muscular woman, big, like almost like bronze, like bright blonde kind of hair. As she and some of her girls are hauling up a like sickly, weak-looking man to the top floor and kind of like a hidden room. Sarah Bowman like bangs on the door with this heavy fist, and she shouts out like, "Madam, sorry to disturb your rest. Would you kindly give us your attention for a moment?"
Yes, entrez-vous. Please
good.
enter.
Right. So she comes in, and some of her girls hauling this sick guy. They bring them inside, and Kat, please describe your character.
Sure. Madame Demanche is a woman. She looks like she's in her mid-20s, but her skin and hair are both paper white. She has a green ribbon wrapped around her neck. She wears an overcoat and also a dress that has a bustle, as is the fashion at this particular period of time. The whole room is just lit with candles. Well, it's going to be anyway, but has a sort of large number of candles, and it has a sort of general occultist vibe to it.
Very cool. So Bowman's like, "Madame Demanche, is there a place we could throw this individual? He is taken poorly, and I nursed for General Scott during the Mexican War, but I cannot ascertain his malady. Thought I might bring him to you."
Very well, lay him in the circle over there. There's a summoning circle.
In the circle, you say.
Man,
Yes,
if I,
put them down in the circle. It will be easier for me to examine their aura, any spirits around them, possibly having to dismiss or summon something.
She's like, well, you are the expert in these matters, and she and her girls just drop him down in the circle. This poor guy, he's just wearing like suspenders, untucked white shirt, union suit. He looks like unnaturally pale, very weak, kind of like rheumy eyes. He's got like very like scraggly, sort of reddish hair, a lot of stubble. Um, and he's like, and here I gotta do my Australian accent. It's gonna be bad. He's like, how about putting me in a bed?
The bed is no good for examining you. Well, you're going to do an examination of your spirit, eh? So put you in the bed, no good. You're on the floor. I'll get you a pillow for your head, though. She does get him a pillow.
Please do.
Is this better for you now? Are you more comfortable? Comfortable.
He's like, he's like, well, it's a bit more comfortable. I'm doing so bad. I'm trying my best, you guys. Australian's hard to do for me.
you don't have to if you don't want to. No.
No, this guy is Australian. He says the name's Jimmy from town, and I'm from town.
Wait, which town? Not this town. This town is very recent, so you cannot be from this town. Or perhaps you are, and you have decided that you are such an important personage of this town, although I must say I've not particularly seen you around, so you perhaps are lying to me.
Bowman leans over and she's like, Madam,
Oui.
maybe best if you don't inquire as to his origins. From what I can gather, the man is a duck.
A duck?
Yes.
Un canard? Je ne comprends pas. What does this mean?
So I think you've been around California. Actually, I'll ask you, how long have you been in California, you think?
She's been in California since this whole fad of gold rushing has started, so not very long.
Ooh,
She's
okay.
come out here too to partially find to get some money because there's always money to be had when people become greedy, but also just to be further away from civilization.
Ooh, makes total sense. So I think by now you would know that the Ducks or the Sydney Ducks are a gang of like Australians.
Ah,
A lot of Irish and like British lower class who've then been transported to Australia, and then after their sentence is up or before their sentence is up, they have made their way to California to search for gold and then taken to like robbery out of desperation. So this guy is like probably like some sort of outlaw.
right, the duck. It's a sort of oui, je comprends maintenant. Okay, what are we she's kind of looking at them for spirits, to see if there's any obvious traces of spirits around them, any darkness to their aura. Her eyes glow
Ooh,
slightly red as
okay.
she does this.
Whoa. All right. Do you think this is going to be investigate a mystery, or do you have like a move you could do for this?
This involves the site where you can see invisible things, especially spirits and magical influences. So she can just do
Ooh,
this.
okay.
She can spot
Awesome.
clues. She can spot clues during an investigate a mystery, though. So if you want,
Okay.
if you would like a roll, we could roll investigate a mystery.
I would say just with your the power you already have,
Mhm.
you can tell that there's no spirits like possessing him, but he has come into contact with some kind of like great supernatural power that has like drained him of his life force in some way.
There's
So
nothing.
you can learn
coming-
more if you want to roll.
Sure, let's investigate a mystery.
All right.
All right. I have got Oh, I almost couldn't math. I rolled a 6 and a 3. I get to add 1. That's a 10. I almost said
Ooh,
9
okay.
because I forgot I had +1.
Incredible. All right. With that, you can ask 2 questions.
Might I have any idea what sort of creature did this to him?
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, you can tell it is something like vampiric.
Hmm. And I guess second question, is he in any danger of dying?
I would say like as long as he like rests up, he'll be okay. But if he gets attacked again or drained or put into the aura of this creature, he will die and rise up as some form of undead.
Yeah. You have run into some sort of undead creature. The good news is with enough rest you'll be fine. The bad news is if you are attacked again by this creature, you become something bad. If you view the undead as being bad. Did Michael freeze up?
I think
I did freeze up. It was just for if you can like say the last like 10 seconds worth.
If you view being the undead as being bad, I've known some pleasant undead in my period of life. Which is 24?
He's like, you got a question in that.
Oui, I do. Yes, I am saying I'm 24, so I am. Sorry, Anglais is not my first language. Sometimes I have a hard time expressing myself in it.
He's like, well, that's understandable. And I do very much believe being undead is bad. I do not want to happen. So I'll be staying right here.
Right. In my room. I suppose this is a very relatively safe place. There is the protection circle that you are in. I will try to attune myself to this monster. Which she can do.
He's like, that would be much appreciated. So are you preparing to do this like ritual now, you think, or?
Yeah, she might as well do it now in no time like the present to try to find this monster.
All right, sounds good.
So it's a roll of weird. On a +10, I hold 3, or a 10 or plus. On 10 or more, I hold 3. Sometimes when you play a person whose English is not very good, you start losing your ability to also speak English. 10 plus, hold 3, 17, I hold 1. On a failure, the monster knows that I tried figuring something out about them and becomes aware.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that roll.
All right, rolling with weird. Okay, I got a 5 and a 3 on the dice. I get to add +2. That makes it a 10, so I get to ask 3 questions.
Okay, so, go for it.
First of all, where is the creature right now?
Ooh. Okay, with this, you're able to know the creature is not in Hangtown, but in the woods of surrounding Coloma, like surrounding the river, this kind of like dense forest, sort of spotted with different mining camps. You know, like he's in there. He's kind of like in the wilderness right now.
Right now, this thing that attacked you is out in the wilderness, not in the town, but close to town. Close.
He's like, that doesn't make me feel better. I'm staying right here.
Next question is, what is it planning to do right now?
Ooh, okay. I would say right now, it's not so much hungry. You know, it's fed pretty recently. So it's sort of like laying in wait, kind of biding its time, kind of going in like a defensive mode.
Right now, though, it is full. It is waiting for its next meal. It is prepared to defend itself. And final question, I could either ask who's it going to attack next, or how do I attract its attention?
Oh man, two great questions.
Yeah, because there's one about regarding its biggest threat, and that's kind of irrelevant. I'm going to ask how do I attract its attention.
Okay. You think that like if you start looking for ways to destroy it, like trying to find weaknesses of it. And you think that like perhaps this blood drinker, this vampire, is agitated because some others have already tried to do that.
So if I started actively pursuing trying to capture it, that in and of itself will attract attention.
Yeah.
Luckily, this creature is a vain sort of creature, vengeful. Oh, I know that this does not sound lucky to you, but it is lucky for those who wish to destroy it. All you have to do is make it known that you are on the hunt for it. It will come to you.
Okay. So after you're sort of saying this, Bowman kind of like beckons you over. And she's like, so madam, you think we've got some trouble coming?
I would say, would you? It will. I don't think it wants to feed specifically on this gentleman, but it will want to feed again in the near future. It has recently been hunted. I do not know by who. Have there been any monster hunters in the region lately that you are aware of?
She thinks about it and she's like, well, I don't rightly know, but I suppose if you asked around town, might be able to find something. There's a lot of strangers going back and forth, but someone like that might stick out.
I will try to find this out. You could also ask around. I'm sure that you are quite personable. I mean, I know that you are quite personable. So, between the two of us...
Yep, I've got the spirit and soul of a friendly kitten.
Your kittens, they have the claws, you know? So, I would agree
that I
with
do.
this.
Yeah. All right, so with that in mind, we're going to cut back to the steamboat and this disgusting zombie blob about to fall upon Kesberg and Wilbur. Kesberg, the monstrosity is heading your way. What do you do?
I would like to. Where did they? I just had the moves up. There are the moves. I would like to try and use magic to do a thing that is beyond human limitations. Basically, I want to try and pick up this big thing and throw it as far as I can off of the boat.
Oh, man. All right, so we're using magic. We're hurling this monster back into the water from whence it came. Let's do it.
He's
Go
trying to
ahead
use
and do that roll.
Basically, use magic to enhance his strength.
Fuck God. That's not the strongest.
Okay. I don't know if this requires any... All right, go for it.
Okay, so 6 and 2 plus 3 is 11.
Yes.
So,
man, I gotta say, so far there's been like everybody's been rolling quite high so far. So let's fingers crossed that's gonna keep up.
It never does.
That is it never does. All right, the magic works without issue.
So yeah.
So yeah, I would say you rush over, you grab this like mass of waterlogged flesh and just sort of like hurl it over the side of the boat. It like smashes down to the water. It smashes into the front of the hull. Wilbur, you do see that like while some of the zombies are just like splattering against the steamboat as it continues chugging along, more of them, or some of them have survived and are sort of like stuck on the hull and are still trying to crawl up. So what do you do?
Oh, sweet. Hold on, I think I have a thing for this. So I can do, I don't know if I can do 1 or 2. I guess I can do that. So I think I'll hold this back. I'll just shoot my gun down at them as they're trying to climb up.
Oh man, incredible. More black powder. All right. Let's do the classic kick some ass.
And I add tough to that. All right, how does a 9 catch your eye?
9's pretty good. you and them are inflicting some harm. I would say in this place, I don't see this. I mean, they're melee creatures. I don't see how they could inflict harm on you. So I think you just like lean over, start squeezing off shots. This pistol is blazing away, a lot of black powder, a lot of smoke. But when it clears, you look down, you have like shot all of these zombies off of the hall.
Yeah. Naturally.
Now you just got to spend like 10 minutes reloading.
Yeah, just give me a little while. Gotta get the percussion caps back on there,
Yeah. So as you were going through sort of the reloading ritual, the steamer chugs on and reaches a dock that kind of like leads to a trail to Hangtown. Potato Sack Jack like brings you guys along, and he's like, "So that's about why I hired you. All sorts of strangeness going on around Hangtown. Like you got those accidents with riverboats, strange things that are dead, things that are dead but are still moving around, and odd reports of sickness and death in the woods. So I figured I'd call you in to help." He leads you into town. He's like, "By the by, we already got sort of an expert on this kind of thing. She works over there in the Great Western, which is a wonderful brothel."
Interesting place to live.
Well, she's an interesting sort of woman, a French woman, if you can believe it. So as you were like walking through the what passes for the town square, past the hanging tree, Madame Demanche, are you sort of like heading out to begin your investigation, or are you kind of staying inside the Great Western?
One thing she wants to do before she heads anywhere is she would like to use magic to prevent vampires from entering her room.
Ooh, excellent.
Yeah, there is a I know it's one of them. Why am I not finding it now?
No, I know what
place
you
or
mean.
portal?
We got
Bar, place, or portal to a specific person or type of creature. So if she's going to keep this man safe, she needs to bar vampires from entering the room. Or the circle, if we want to keep him stuck in that little
Makes
circle.
sense.
Up to you, circle or room.
Ooh,
Circle's
I would say
probably
it's-
easier.
Let's do a roll for it. I will say if you get a super success, it will be, or not, a success like a 10 plus, it'll be the whole room. But if you get like the medium success, the partial, it'll be just the circle in the room.
Okay.
Which Jimmy from town, I don't know, have you thrown him out of the circle, or is he still hanging out there?
He's still currently in the circle. I got a 9, so it
Okay.
works in perfectly. Choose an effect and a glitch. So the glitch, I think we've already determined, is it can only be the circle, right?
For sure.
But the effect is that it will bar vampires. So I do not have the time to enchant the whole room. I apologize. You will stay in this circle here. I will try to get you a mat, perhaps, to lie on, or a very large pillow. It is better than having all of your blood removed, no?
He says, I suppose that's better. On the boat to Australia, I was in a bunk for a month or so, just me and 5 other blokes all together. So this is pretty comfortable compared to that.
Also better than a French jail, I am sure. So, or a coffin if you were to become a vampire. So,
All right,
you'll
so yeah,
remain
we'll
in
get him
here
a
for
mat.
now. We'll make sure that you get food. I will also get you a bucket. Well,
He's like, again, better than the boat to Australia.
fair enough. By the way, this book that I used to cast the spell, do not open this book. It would be very bad for you. Unless you
He's
want your
like-
flesh to fall off.
He says, I don't want that, and don't worry, I cannot read.
Very good. Most people could not read this book anyway. Not without going completely mad. Anyway, I will go and try to find this vampire now. Or
All
at
right.
least the previous hunters.
So as you head out, you're kind of leaving the Great Western. Just as Potato Sack Jack brings Kesper and Wilbur
she has a
around.
large black parasol that she puts up when she exits.
Ooh, naturally. All right, so Potato Sack Jack kind of like sees you, gives you a big wave, walks over to you leading Kesper and Wilbur, and he's like, Madame de Manche, I've brought...
Monsieur Pomme de Terre, how are you?
He's like, well, I would say it's a sunny day. It's feeling beautiful day, feeling happy. I'm wearing a sack. We're attacked by a bunch of strange, rotten creatures on the river up here, though. That sort of puts a damper in the day, I'll tell you.
I am investigating a vampire, although I doubt these two things are completely related, although they are both undead.
He's like, these are all things that I do not know about. But I brought in two experts. This is Mr. Kesberg and Mr. Wilbur.
Ma'am.
Sir? Monsieur Kesberg, Monsieur Wilbur? Wilbur. Like Bill. Yes, Wilbur. How are you?
Howdy, ma'am.
Howdy. This is a thing people say around here, I suppose. I've heard other people say this howdy.
You guys serve food here?
There is food. Oui. There's food at the brothel, if you so desire. Also women. And drink. And gambling. If these things are things that you want.
Okay.
We have them.
Yeah, maybe after the mission. This sounds like an after mission.
Oui. Monsieur Pomme de Terre, were you hired at any point some other hunters who maybe were going out into the woods, did not come back? Oh, did Michael freeze up again?
Okay, I know another 5-second pause.
It's a little...
Yeah, I know. Great. I got full internet. I don't know why it's doing this. He says, I don't believe I have. No. These are the first people I brought in to help with this situation.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because there have been other hunters. I saw these. I wonder where they came from. Various hunters around.
He says, well, there are some people you could ask also about these other strange things. 3 folks who might know. He says, so out there in the woods, there's a bunch of Chinese folks, Celestials. I know they've suffered lately from some of the other people here. But they're doing their best. They're led by a fellow by the name of Ah Wong. And I mean, he's got his kind of finger on the pulse of things around here. In order to survive, he has to. A little bit further out, and I mean way out in the woods, there's a miner by the name of Whiskey Sam. He is eternally drunk. There is not a second that goes by when he is not inebriated. He is perhaps the most drunk man I've ever known. And right now in California, that's saying something. But so I don't know if you can trust everything he says, but he's the one who's probably the furthest out. And then if you want to kind of know about sort of the goings on, there's Nunez. He's
cook.
Wilbur, go ahead.
I was going to say, please, I hope he's a cook. He owns a restaurant. Please tell me he owns a restaurant.
Nunez.
He's like, no, Whiskey Sam cannot cook anything. In fact, I don't know how he survived.
This Monsieur Nunez, Espanol?
Nunez is a Miwok. That is not his actual name is not Nunez. He has an actual name which I do not know. And this he dwells in town. In fact, you can find him at one of the around here. We got a restaurant called The Slops. It's also a saloon, like most places here.
So he works at the Slops, or He lives there. He owns it.
He frequents it. He frequents it, I would say.
He frequents it. The slopes. Okay. I know
so
of
this.
this.
He kind of knows the history of the area.
I know of these slopes. I have not gone personally because of reasons. Yes, this did not seem suspicious. Wait, I should have said that in French. Anyway, we'll go maybe look for Nunez first then, closest.
All right, so you're heading to find Nunez at the Slops, Hangtown's greatest eating establishment. Do you think you guys are going together, or do you want to try splitting up and looking around? Are we splitting the party? Is of course what I want.
I believe, based on the look on Monsieur Wilbur's eyes, he perhaps wants to go to the Slops. No.
Yeah, let's go. Yep. I got a horse. Let's go. We can walk.
Have you two worked together before, Monsieur Kasperg, you and this Wilbur?
First I ever met him.
Oh,
Man.
I was going to ask if he's always like this, but you don't know. So he perhaps always like this. Anyway, we shall go to the Slops.
All right. So you guys head into Slops, which is just like it's written in like white paint on like a board, sort of like barely hanging on to above the open tent doorway of this place. And of course, one or both the S's is backwards. Inside, there's a whole bunch of like gross, disgusting miners who are just like endlessly smoking humongous cigars, smoke everywhere. Giant, like shirtless cook, so much body hair. He's just going with like over a big stove, griddle cakes, flapjacks, Hangtown fry, which is like a bunch of like eggs with like oysters, shrimp, and bacon, sausage, and just like all the random stuff he could find. He's thrown it together. It smells as you would expect it to smell. So the cook is kind of like glaring at you as he's slapping this food together. He's like, "What do you want?"
How many griddle cakes can I get right now?
He's like, "How many griddle cakes? Let me ask you something, son. How many griddle cakes can you eat?"
Just keep them coming. And we'll find out.
All right, I'll keep them coming. Pretty soon you have a humongous plate of griddle cakes. There's a decent amount of chest hair in there as well.
That's okay.
You got any?
I understand.
You got any buffalo or boar extra rare?
He's like, "That I do. I got boar, I got grizzly bear, and I got some buffalo. You want it raw or you want it jerky? Those are the two types of meat."
As raw as you can get it.
All right. He just like slaps down a barely cooked haunch of like grizzly bear steak in front of you.
Oh.
And then he looks over to you and is like, "And you little lady, what can I get for you?"
Information, perhaps.
Straight to the point.
Wait, I'm looking for a Nunez. Is he here right now?
He's like, "Oh yeah, he's a Miwok feller," and he points over, and you see Nunez, dapperly dressed gentleman, like bowler hat, sort of like a dark suit, a lot more put together than a lot of these miners look like they're like barely hanging on. Who's sort of like in like a quiet kind of like booth at the back, like reading a book.
Well, while you two chow down, I shall talk to this. Did I say this right? The chow down?
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds
While you two chow down, I will go over and talk to Nunez.
All right.
It's a good deal.
They're chowing down. Yeah, you approach Nunez. He sort of looks up from his book and gives you like a respectful nod. I think, like you said, he kind of knows who you are. He's been in town for for a while. He's kind of like moved up from a little bit down south. But yes, so I think you kind of like arrived at a similar time. So he's just like, madam?
Monsieur, I am not the type to pussyfoot about when I have pressing matters. I was told that you might have information.
He says, information concerning what?
The living dead, vampire.
He's like, it is a rather intriguing question.
Hey, I'm looking for an intriguing answer.
He says, in some of my research about the history of this country, I have, and from, of course, what I know from my own experience, and what my people have experienced, California is a place where conquerors like to come and say that this land belongs to them. I wonder, Mr. Munch, if you are not, and apologies if this is not the case, if you are not another example of that type.
Very little belongs to me, not even my own soul. If that is what you're concerned about. I don't have any aims to make land mine. I only wish to be a little ways away from spying eyes. Also, there is a disease that the white people have brought with them. I'm trying to understand it.
He
Not
says,
physical, but spiritual.
he says, in my experience, such things are beyond understanding. So I think, and to help you, you are going to have to roll a manipulate someone. So you have
Okay.
to roll and add your charm.
Okay. Do a +1 in charm. We'll see how it goes. Really freaking well, that's a 12. I rolled a 6 and a 5.
Incredible.
+1, so yeah,
Incredible.
this is
Okay.
not going to hold out forever.
Ooh. Okay. He gets a little closer to you, and he points to his book, and you see it's like a history of the voyages and travails of Sir Francis Drake. He's like, I don't think I would expect you to be familiar with English history, but have you heard of Sir Francis Drake?
I know a little bit about the English. Man, sailor, navigator. Wait,
That is the phrase that perhaps he would use, but many who came in contact with him would refer to him as a pirate.
privateer. Understood. France has many
Yes.
of these.
What many don't know is that during his voyages across the globe in pursuit of gold, he came to California. He was one of, of course, the Spanish had been there, so he was perhaps one of many interlopers, invaders that have come to this land. But what many do not know is that when he was here, he supposedly buried someone. And what fewer still know is that this someone was neither alive nor dead. And this someone went by the name of Sir Edmund Hammersmith.
And you believe this vampire that we're dealing with now might be this Sir Edward Hammersmith?
He considers it, and he's like, it is mere speculation based on hearsay and legend of a voyage in the 1600s. But there are rumors that before joining Sir Francis Drake's crew, Sir Edmund was involved with strange black magic rituals, occultists in London, that sort of thing. and blood drinking, of course.
Hmm. Still sound very much along the lines of this particular type of undead.
That it does.
This at least gives me some information to work off. Do you know if anybody was hunting for this particular body?
He
Possibly.
considers the question, and then he's like, I'm afraid that's not something I can help you with. I tend to keep to town. So if there were others looking around for Sir Francis, I would not have encountered them.
Then to explore in the woods instead. Not exactly my favorite territory. But expected out here, I suppose.
I suppose so. These are uncomfortable times, to put it mildly.
To put it mildly. I am sorry if anything bad has happened towards you due to Europeans. I do not control all Europeans. I assure you that bad things happen to me due to various Europeans as well.
He gets like very quiet, and I think you realize, I'm having to say it, that he has suffered an enormous loss of some kind that probably prying and asking about it is like a bad idea.
Yeah, she's not gonna push. She is gonna stare over at, I'm guessing, Wilbur just jamming tons of food in his face, and I don't know what Kesberg's manners are like either, but
yeah, in fact, let me check in with these guys and their table manners, then something might be happening to them.
Sure.
So Kesberg, what are Kesberg's table manners like? Are we what does it look like when he eats?
I think he's trying to like well, not that it's any consequence, but he was looking for boar meat, not bear meat, but I think that was just a mishearing of what I said, but I think it would work either way. But he is trying his hardest to use a knife and fork, but it's not that he can't do it, it's just he's getting frustrated with it. And you can definitely tell that this meal is not doing anything to sort of satisfy him.
Oh man. So this barely cooked steak is just getting gobbled down, but like it is not enough. It's not what you need.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And how about Wilbur? What are Wilbur's table manners like?
Wilbur eats very efficiently and cleanly, and he finishes it all very fast, lightning fast, and is sort of in the same boat as Kesberg. He is not.
Oh man,
this is not. There is something else he needs to eat. This is not. This is like every other meal. It's just a normal. It's just like food, and it does not satisfy his hunger. It is.
He inadvertently may
wow.
have chosen
Where
a similar
are
archetype.
Oh yeah.
Well,
really,
I love
really
it.
quick question: does there say, other than Kesberg's eyes, which are, I think, Demonch noticed?
He tries to hide it with his hat, but it's
Yeah.
if you look closely, you can definitely tell it. Yeah. He is also very gaunt and like pale.
Does there seem to be something off about their auras?
He does have an unnerving aura.
So she's probably picking up on that.
Yeah.
All right. So while this unnerving aura is filling the slops, Wilbur, your seat is kind of like close to the door or what passes for it. You see a number of like horsemen have shown up. They sort of like, canter over, they like, hitch their horses up. They are like armed to the teeth, but then again, most people are, but they look a little bit like kind of more sleazy and suspicious. They have like, bandanas sort of pulled down, but they're kind of like looking around, looking shifty. You also see they got a lot of tattoos, uh, like arrows, anchors, like sort of symbols, like kind of etched on their fingers and their wrists. Um, so a guy who looks like their leader, who's got like a lot of tattoos, shaved head, um, sort of like kind of sidles up to you. He has like two, like Navy Colts, which is sort of the standard handgun that most people are toting around. But he's got like a pair of them in his belt. He kind of like sidles close over to you, and he's like, "Tell me, my son, you've been in this town long?"
Just a couple hours.
He's like, "Oh, just my luck." Well, you wouldn't happen to know where a mate of mine has been, a fellow by the name of Jimmy from town.
Ain't never heard of no town called town.
Me neither, mate, but it's what the guy goes by. That's the name he's chosen, a little nom de guerre in this game that we play.
Hmm. Don't know what that means, but yeah.
Nom de guerre. It means name of war.
Oh no, I know.
I am
man,
I don't
telling-
think Wilbur knows.
I know. That's just what I am telling you.
Oh, okay. You're good.
so you're kind of enjoying this conversation. I think Kesper, you see this going on too.
I mean, that's when she would come in, is when somebody says guerre instead of guerre.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Oh, you better believe this guy's mispronouncing it.
Yeah. I would like to read a bad situation because I believe this
Ooh.
would constitute
All right,
it.
go for it.
So I roll plus sharp. What is my? I think my sharp is +1. Sorry, where is my sheet? There is my sheet. Yes. Okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and roll that read a bad situation.
3 plus 1 is 7. So I hold 1, I believe. Yeah.
All right.
So
You can ask one question.
um. What's the best way to protect the victims? I guess in this kind of, I guess if we're calling Jimmy a victim.
Okay. Well, actually, I'll ask this. I mean, you guys have been together for a little bit. Madame Demanche, would you have told them about Jimmy from town?
Nope.
Ooh, okay.
If she wants to keep
Um,
this guy protected, she's telling very few people about Jimmy from town. Because the circle can keep out a vampire, it can't keep out a vampire's minion.
Okay.
And she
Good.
doesn't specifically know who might or might not be overhearing. You broke up, by the way.
Okay. So I will say this, Kesper.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I got what you were saying, though. You're saying so you haven't told them because, the circle cannot keep out a vampire's minion.
Right. It would keep out a vampire, but not.
That's the, yeah, okay.
But it would have to be a vampire. If the vampire is working with a mortal,
Right.
the mortal could just pop right in. Wouldn't matter.
Absolutely. Okay, Kesberg, you realize this guy is definitely an outlaw, but he's not
Mhm.
looking for a score. He is just looking to like kind of check in on his friend.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you probably know he's a duck as well, because like, the tattoo, you've been around California long enough. The tattoos and the Cockney accent are a dead giveaway.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. So I guess I will just be like, well, sir, don't know what the Ducks are looking for this Jimmy for, but I think if he wanted to be found, he'd be found.
He considers it. He's like, all right, well, you lot seem to have trustworthy faces.
Julie.
Yup. So, me and the lads will just hang around a bit, see if old Jimmy turns up.
And if old Jimmy turns up, what will happen to old Jimmy?
No, I'm saying we'll wait for him.
Oh, okay. So he's a friend of yours.
That's correct. I should introduce myself, but I've got to keep it a little sub rosa. My name is Spring-Heeled Jack.
Does that
Of course,
name
it's
ring a
not my
bell?
real name.
Oh.
What's that?
So does that name
Um,
ring a bell in any conceivable way?
It does. You know that he is kind of like the leader of this sort of like gang of ducks that kind of like lurks nearby. So he's like, that is, of course, a nom de guerre.
Very good. Your French is improving. Well, that my English was sorry, I hate that word. My English was for improving as well. But this is how it is. Rest assured that Jimmy is safe.
Give me a real quick manipulate someone just to like kind of prove
Okay.
it. Don't roll super high. Let's just see how it goes there.
Okay, luckily my charm's +1, so I got up to a 7. I had a 5 and a
Ooh.
1 on the dice, but
Okay,
+1 makes it 7.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take your word for it, but like I said, me and the lads will stay close.
Understood. If you see anybody suspicious and unusually pale about, let Sarah Bowman know about this.
He's like, oh yeah, I know
I
Miss Bowman at the
mean-
Great Western.
Excluding myself
do.
and Monsieur Kesbro here, unusually pale.
Oh right, yeah, both of you guys are unusually pale.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so with the ducks placated, where are you guys gonna head next? He did mention there's Whiskey Sam, the perpetually like super drunk guy, as well as a bunch of Whiskey Sam was way out in the woods. And there's also a group of Chinese miners led by Ah Wong.
You called them Celestials earlier. Is that does that like literally mean they're gods? or-
Yeah. No. Celestial is like kind of the sort of Victorian word for Chinese. Because it's like the Celestial Empire is like sort of the one of the kind of names for Qing Dynasty era China, where these like
Gotcha.
immigrants have come from.
Thank you. I did not know that. So that's why I was asking. Because in this game, they could also literally be Celestials.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah.
I think that perhaps we should speak to the Xinhua first. Chinese.
Sure, but man, I could use something to drink to wash down these crappy griddle cakes.
Oh, they have alcohol in there. We also have some alcohol in the Great Western, if you'd prefer.
No, that's the end cap. We'll do that. That's the last.
No, it makes sense because you also can get the infâme, mais non?
Mm-hmm.
Je comprends. I understand.
All right. So are we splitting up, or are we heading? Which ways are we heading?
I feel like we should all go see the
miners.
the Chinese people.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part of me
All
that
right.
wants to like actually use like the sort of moniker of Chinaman, but I don't know if that's appropriate.
Yeah, we're not saying that. I'm sorry. that they would be using that term. We will not be using that term.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Chinois just means Chinese in French. So
Yeah,
when
fair
you
enough.
call them
Yeah.
les Chinois, that's just the Chinese. There's no
Yeah, for sure.
There's no context to that beyond French.
Totally. All right. So you guys head out. I would say for this jaunt, you could do it on foot, but it might take a little while. Right now, like in terms of the daytime, it's about like afternoon. It was just lunch over in the slops. So you could do it and get there about like an hour, or if you want, you could get some horses and get there a lot quicker. Are we getting horses, or would the horses be in danger of being eaten?
Hey, I didn't say anything. Okay, I didn't say horse meat. Okay, all right. So let's get that straight. Yeah, we're gonna. If this is a western. Let's get some horses.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. All right, you guys mount up. Madam
She,
Departure, are you getting a horse too?
she'll get a horse, but she does ride side saddle.
Makes sense.
Nice. All right, and Kesper, you also like purchase a horse or rent one?
She pulls her ribbon a bit tighter before getting on the horse.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so you guys all mount up. You can like, of course, decide what kind of coat your horse has. What it's what the main situation is. What kind of ribbons you got, what kind of tack. Have fun decorating your horse, and of course you can name it too. So you can tell me that if you want to, but you don't have to. But could be some nice detail there. But yeah, you guys like ride on your horses. You head through. Pretty soon, like I mean, none of these roads are paved, but like it gets even as you're like heading further into the wilderness. You're going from like gravel to just like almost a game trail. And then you arrive at this almost like hidden encampment where the Chinese miners are. So they got like a bunch of like kind of tents and lean-tos, and you see they do have like some armed guards out. Like they're looking pretty wary of outsiders, and like for good reason. So you guys like pull up. The sentries kind of like call out, and then you see a very like handsome, hair neatly parted, Chinese fellow come out to greet you. He does not have the Q, which is the tail, so he's sort of more, and he's wearing kind of like more Western style clothing, which is like unlike a lot of the other miners there. So it seems like a lot of these guys are like much more recent immigrants. This guy's been in the country for a while. And he's like, some outsiders and on fine horses too. I must ask, and please don't consider me rude, but what are you doing here?
She gets a bit closer, and then gets off of her pale white horse with black ribbons tied into its mane.
Oh yes, love it.
My name is Madame de Manche. I am doing investigations into the supernatural. I was told that a Mr. Ah Wong would perhaps have some information that I'm looking for.
He's like, just Mr. Wong is fine. Ah is sort of the equivalent of Mr., more or less.
Then I just said Mr. Wong. I apologize. I do not know your language. I speak several English slightly.
Understandable. And who are your two rather unique compatriots?
This here is Monsieur Kasperg, and this is Wilbur. I do not think it is Monsieur Wilbur, just Wilbur. Eh?
I believe Wilbur's his first name.
Yep.
Apologies.
He's like, yeah, go ahead.
Apologies, I'm not usually one to talk.
Oh, understandable.
You got food here.
Do we have food here?
You have food here.
It's a bit of a forward question, may no?
So you've just ridden like through the forest, looking for food? That's the reason of your visit?
Well, not the reason. It is just one part of the visit.
This one seems to be desirous of food. Personally, I eat very little. So that was not the reason for my visit, I assure you. I'm
All right,
wondering
Wilbur. Oh,
Go on.
let me have Wilbur roll for this, and then we'll get to Madame Dimanche
Oh boy.
and the question there. All right, Wilbur, do a quick manipulate someone.
Manipulates.
Because I gotta say, like, just rolling up to someone's house and being like, "You got any food?"
Got any grub?
Kind of a little.
got any
Got
grapes?
Got any grapes? Come on.
Yeah, got any grapes?
Okay.
A little weird.
Okay, here we go. Give me the high roll. Okay, that is great. That's a total of 12.
Incredible. Okay. You awaken a paternal instinct in him. He's like, my friend, please come and eat. Come over. He brings you over to his fire. They're cooking up, like, they got rice, they got dumplings.
Yes.
They have tea, which is like the reason why they are not dying of dysentery like everybody else around here. And he just like serves you up a feast. It is like fantastic.
Oh,
The
this
food is
the
so
best.
good that somehow you feel full.
No. Nothing, nothing.
It is a spiritually nourishing meal.
This is the best. This is the best. This is the fullest.
So
I've
while
felt
you
in
were
so
eating,
long.
yeah, everybody's like impressed by your amazing eating skills. They're much more at ease now. So he beckons over to you, Madame Dimanche, and he's like, would you care for some dumplings?
Unfortunately, I cannot. Eating and then riding a horse makes me a little sick to the stomach,
Ah.
and I would hate for you to
Um,
waste the food for me to just. You understand.
Oh, yes, yeah. I would also much rather you didn't. So besides feeding your friend here, which I do hope we have done to his satisfaction, how can I help you?
I am investigating, if I may be blunt, a monster in the area. It is. I'm curious if any of your people have recently become anemic, sickly, gone missing, or alternately, if you've seen other
considers it.
hunters come through this area.
He does note that. He's like, we do have a number of charms, wards that we've sort of brought over from the old country. And using those has helped keep away evil. And this land, believe me, is full of evil. At least evil of a supernatural nature we've managed to protect ourselves from. I can't speak to more human evils. So no, none of my people have gone sick or gone missing. But we did notice something strange. A while ago, I was with some of my friends doing a little bit of scouting about for some more mining sites, and we found a number of strangely attired people doing some digging in the woods, but they weren't miners. They were dressed far too well for that, and they had strange masks.
Cultists. Interesting. What were the masks
Yes.
like?
Some of them had masks that seemed to sort of just cover the face completely, like sort of a bag or a sack, but they were much tighter. They were seemingly made of a kind of silk, and they were imprinted with squares, like a spider's web.
Has she ever heard of anything like that in her occult studies?
Ooh, that is a great question. Let's see, what would be a good one? Just like knowledge roll.
I guess investigate a mystery is knowledge. I mean, it's sharp.
Yeah, go ahead and roll sharp, and we'll see. We'll see how well you know.
All right.
Yeah, I could see a lot of these questions. A 5?
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay, so you can ask one. I think there's a few that could kind of like pertain to this.
I think basically, I feel like you could maybe say what's concealed here as meaning what is that symbol? What does it mean?
Yeah. Okay. So you know this symbol belongs to an organization called the Arcadian Club.
This is the Arcadian Club. What does she know about them?
You know, they're sort of like wealthy individuals from California kind of like meet there to discuss power, politics, trade, that kind of thing. You like, maybe there's rumors of like occult stuff they do, but nothing definite. As far as you know, it's like, you know, kind of a rich club for rich folks to hang around and like smoke cigars and like network.
For the most part, what I know of it is a club for the bourgeois. No, people get together, they smoke cigars, talk politics, the occult occasionally. Not very serious people. Although I'm sure they believe themselves to be very serious people.
Wong says, well, apparently they've taken to digging up graves because that's what it was. I got a glimpse of a coffin. They were moving dirt over it. They removed something from it, a very large golden crucifix, which they took with them. And he says, and I did recognize one of their number. It was none other than Captain John Sutter himself. The would-be Swiss Caesar of California.
Interesting that Monsieur Sutter would be so interested in exhuming a grave. I think I know what was inside of this coffin. It is good that you have protective wards up.
Yes, there's all sorts of stories about Sutter.
Yes?
Or Cat, I'm sorry, you cut off a little bit back there.
Oh, I think I know
or
what
can you say the last thing you said there?
I think I know what they dug up. It is good you have protective wards.
He says, yes, we'll certainly keep those up. So as Wilbur Kesberg, as you guys are like finishing this, you hear some like hoofbeats. You see Potato Sack Jack riding over on a donkey. That's like he's somehow got to a gallop. He rides this donkey like into the camp, and he's like, guys, we need some. Wait, guys, what do you say? He's like, friends, we got some trouble going on back at camp. I need y'all to follow me real quick.
Certainly.
Let's ride.
All right, you all mount up, and he's like on his donkey, sort of riding after you. As you go back, he's like, madam, I'm sorry, but it seems that news about Jimmy from town slipped out, and well, you know how the locals are with regarding outlaws. They're getting a little necktie party ready for him right now.
That's unfortunate. Did they go into my room?
He's like, Miss Bowman tried to keep him out, and she did her best, but they was smashing down the doors by the time I set off. I figured, you know, I'm the mayor, so I told them to stop, but they don't listen to me.
Well, if nobody was reduced to a pile of ashes or screaming, I don't want to talk about the last time that somebody touched the book. It was not me. It was not pretty. No such things happened. Nobody turned inside out.
As far as I know, nobody turned inside out. Let's hurry back and hope nobody's done that yet. But I think they're gonna hang. They're gonna hang Jimmy from town right there in the tree in the middle of town. So we gotta move. All right. So
crude and inefficient, this hanging.
Yeah. But hey, it's what they got, and it's why Hangtown is called Hangtown. So you guys gallop back. At this point, it is like the early evening. This is like a more, kind of autumnal time of the year. So evening comes early. It's dark. But the square is all lit up with torches, and it's full of like angry people who are like, they're ready for a hanging. As you guys gallop in, you see that that humongous, like bare-chested chef from Slops, who still's got no shirt on. He is like dragging Jimmy from town out by like his feet. There's a bunch of other like townsfolk who are hauling him along. They've already like thrown a noose over one of the many branches of Hangtown. They got like a horse ready to go for him. And the chef is like, try and rob folks in our town, will ya? Well, you can try robbing the devils in hell, because that's where we're sending you. One noose at a time. So get on up there, boy, for your last ride. Jimmy from town is like fighting, but he's looking too weak to do much. Wilbur, you kind of see across the way, it looks like the Sydney Ducks, led by Spring Heel Jack, are like getting ready to sort of move in and try and save him. So they're like loading up and gearing up to go get him. And with this, you guys all like ride into town and see this whole crazy scene going on.
Monsieur, this is a bad mistake you have made. This gentleman is being targeted by a very dangerous creature that I was trying to keep him hidden from. You are luring the devil into this town by having him out of my room. I strongly suggest you put him back.
So you're saying this to the cook?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, he respects you because he is a member of this town. I mean, he's also one of the most respected citizens. So go ahead and give me a quick manipulate someone.
Okay. I've got a 7.
Ooh. Okay. All right. I'll do
So
it.
they'll do it,
right
but
now so
only-
that you mean it. Yeah. So he'll do it, but you gotta do something to show that you mean it, or like you do something in return.
What would you like done in return? There's very little I won't do, as you know.
Ooh. Okay. He's like, Madam, I got nothing but respect for you on the way you help this town, but this guy's an outlaw. He's robbed, he's stole, and the sentence for that has got to be death. If you want, I suppose we could hang him from like his foot and just kind of let him dangle for a while until I don't know, we can ship him to San Francisco for another trial and they can hang him there. Will that be all right?
I need to return him back to the circle before the creature that is hunting him knows where he is.
You can tell he's definitely like torn by this. While this is going on, Kesberg. Oh yeah, you want to do something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to read a bad situation.
Yeah, okay.
Hoping
You might
for
notice
a
something
specific
very
question.
bad that is going to go down.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read a bad situation.
Actually, wait. Yeah, it's a 6.
Okay, Mark. I'm channeling Mark.
Experience.
It's burning my brain. He's going to say Mark potential.
Yeah.
Go ahead and mark an experience there.
So yeah, I don't
We're
notice
getting
anything.
some at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, so you are taken totally unaware. As I'm doing a hard move is going to happen here.
Sure.
You sort of hear a voice, particularly you do. I think you guys are all kind of together in sort of like the edge of the square. You can be like on your horses or not if you want to, but you hear a voice being like, "Oh no, please hang him from the foot. I do indeed like an easy meal."
Tabernacle, you see what you did? You brought the devil here, you stupid people.
You guys see a gentleman dressed in like very old-fashioned Elizabethan garb, like crazy, like white lacy ruff. He's got like the Van Dyke like mustache, goatee, of almost like sort of gingery hair, matching on top, slicked back. unnaturally pale, almost like elfin ears. And yeah, as this guy's like smiling, he is like, walking stick with or no, not a walking stick, a cane with a cool silver skull topper. Little cape, those like, what am I saying? Not pantaloons, doublet. Why am I blanking on my Elizabethan garb? Those big, round, fancy, weird short pant things they would wear back then.
Oh,
Um,
no, I think they would be pantaloons, but
Pantaloons, yeah. But like, he's got the full
Yeah.
doublet, that whole outfit on. He's just like kind of standing there in sort of this alley with like his hand on his cane. And he's like, I understand you've been looking for me. Is
I
that the
have.
case?
I have been looking for you. Undead are always something that
Well,
is a curi-
congratulations.
I'm always
Sorry, one more
curious.
time.
I'm always curious about the undead and the particularities of them in a region.
He says, I would not consider myself a native to these climes, but I assure you I am finding them most salubrious, most nutritious and full of delights. And let us start. Oh, he's like, you agree, sir? He's looking at you, Wilbur.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's some good stuff around here.
Yes, quite. Sir Edmund Hammersmith, at your service.
Hammersmith.
Yes. And I'm afraid that I cannot stay, but I shall give you something to enjoy in my stead. He taps the tree, the hanging tree, with his cane, and then he starts to kind of like make his leave. And this tree starts like shivering, moving. The branches are waving up and down. You can see that in the holes of or not where the bark has peeled, like blood starts oozing out from the wood. And this crazy hanging tree full of like nooses and branches starts swinging down and attacking people. Wilbur,
Oh, that just
I think we're gonna go ahead and start with you. It starts like swinging a branch in your direction, trying to like ram you and impale you. What do you do?
Oh, that's not good. Can I dodge out of the way?
You can. I think this is going to be, what is the name of the move here? Act under pressure. Yeah.
Got it. Oh, cool. Nice. Okay, hold on. Oh, I dropped it. Jumanji. What did we get? We got a 10 total.
You got 10?
Yeah, 10 total.
Extremely good. All right, so how do you avoid this as like the tree is, taking a swing at you?
I think I am going to do what is that, a somersault? Just a
Wilbur's doing somersaults.
Just an action.
Yes, I love like full gymnastics.
Just like
I
a
love
dive
it.
roll.
Just a full,
That could be it.
exactly like a dive into a like roll forward. Just too quick. Wait until like the last second. You just see
Super
it coming.
cool. You do that, and the branch like swings over through the air.
No.
Yup, just like totally misses you. All right, Madame de Manche. So you see like Sir Edmund, he's making his getaway here, kind of like using the tree as sort of cover. The tree, like right now, like nooses are swinging down, trying to grab people. The branches are attacking. What do you do?
How is Sir Edmund? Does Sir Edmund have Jimmy from town with him?
It looks like he's kind of trying to like move around the tree and sort of use the chaos to get to him.
Gotcha. And how is he moving? Is he walking? Is he riding something?
He's sort of like moving with a kind of vampiric speed, like kind of
Gotcha.
leaping from shadow to shadow, sort of very animalistic, like cat-like going on the walls, crawling across, classic Dracula style.
As he's crawling along the walls, one of the boards falls out and causes him to topple to the ground. She's going to try to jinx him.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
In specific, to interfere with what a monster is trying to do. So she's trying to slow him down from grabbing his prey.
Nice. Okay.
Obviously,
this is something that the spooky can do, right?
This is a spooky thing. It's called a jinx. And it obviously
Okay.
uses weird. Okay, so I have got a 7 and I add 2 to it, so that makes it a 9. On a 7 to 9, I hold 1. So the 1 is that board snaps and he goes tumbling to the ground. On his 10
Ooh,
plus, I would
nice.
have gone to do a second thing to him. Probably inflict harm, let's be real. But as it is, he's like trying to do his cool spider climbing along a building and the board just snaps. He tumbles and is splayed out, and we've given Jimmy a little bit of extra time.
I love that. Yeah.
Jimmy,
So he,
get
like,
back to this. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he like crashes to the ground, like hisses, very cat-like as he falls on his back,
Right.
which I just realized is a not cat-like thing to do, but you get it.
Yeah. Jimmy, get back to the circle now, immediately.
All right. Yeah, you see Jimmy like hustling, dashing, like scrambling his way kind of up the porch and getting into the Great Western to escape. All right, Kesberg, what do you do? The tree has like grabbed I think it's got like one of the nooses like wraps around Potato Sack Jack and is like trying to haul him up and hang him. So what do you do? As well as attacking everybody.
Just a little baby monster right now. I can't.
Fight the tree. Fight the tree.
You can find a tree.
I could, yeah.
Normally we love trees. You want to protect them. This tree is bad. You can kill this tree. It's okay.
True. My attacks aren't really very effective right now against a tree. But I guess I'll just try and do the whole like shooting the rope to break it kind of thing.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah. That's going to be protect the innocent. So yeah, go for it.
Okay. Need to work on better ways of doing this. Okay. Protecting is with tough, right?
Yes.
Yes. Roll plus tough.
Unfortunately, it's only a +0, so it's an 8.
An 8. Okay. You protect them, but you suffer some of the harm. All right. I would say so you successfully shoot the rope. Potato Sack Jack falls down. He's very happy about it. Unfortunately, the tree, like this enchanted hanging tree, kind of sees you as a threat. It smashes a branch into you. It's going to do 2 harm.
Okay. So with my
as it just like clobbers you.
Yeah, with my unnatural armor, he doesn't quite move as much as you would think, but with the blow, but he definitely does move, and there is like a little trickle of blood on his face.
Ooh, dang. So this tree, like this branch, is kind of like slammed you down into the earth. But Potato Sack Jack is safe. He starts like getting everybody else out of range of the tree and its nooses. Wilbur, what do you do?
You're muted.
Oh, Wilbur, you're muted. I know this is the joys of playing on Zoom, but needs must.
The best. Let's see. I guess I can try and eat the tree.
You're gonna eat the tree?
Well,
let's do it.
I can devour. Hold on. So it's like a devour evil. I can absorb the curse. Then it describes it as I just put my hands on it. I don't have to eat it. I just make it like poof into, I don't know. I vaporize.
No, you take. I love that. You're taking the evil that Sir Edmund has put into this, as well as the evil you get from all this death, all these like hangings that took place here into yourself. So yeah, go for it.
Okay. So with that,
I'm just looking up the curse eater here so I can make sure I'm on the.
It says I roll 1 die.
Cook it.
And that tells me how much corruption I get.
Do you have to roll something for the attack too? Is it like a weird roll or?
Not that it says. They're just conditions on how big, depending on how big or how powerful the curse is.
Okay. So did you? So sorry, I finally found it myself. All right, so you're going with the Devour Evil.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So what did you roll there?
So I got a 6.
6. Okay, Mark 3.
Oh boy.
Mark 1 extra. Mark corruption. Okay.
So what? I get a power that has a downside from it.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna say you get a little bit of the vampire's power inside of you. So like, you have some of that like super strength, super speed, as well as like sucking the vampiric energy out of this tree. You get a temporary boost to be like, extra fast, extra strong. The downside is you get a little bit of that vampire bloodlust too. So you also feel like you got to drink a little bit of blood at some
Sounds
point to
good.
deal with this.
I'm thirsty.
But the tree-
We never got to visit Whiskey Sam, so I'm thirsty.
Oh man. Well, Whiskey Sam's not serving blood, I'm sorry to say. But you did suck a lot of the power out of this tree. It's looking a lot weaker now. The branches are swinging a little slower. Less blood is oozing from between the bark. So yeah, good move. All right, Madame Demanche, your turn.
Okay. She's hustling along with Jimmy, basically trying to make sure that the vampire is actually slowed down enough that Jimmy can get back up to her room. If that requires a second jinx, she will do it.
Nice. I think this is going to be an act under pressure.
Okay.
If that's okay. If you have another idea, that's okay too. I'm just kind of thinking that would make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hurl magic as much as possible because what she's good at. But I can
All right,
see
I'm
where
open to.
I can see where an act
I'm
under
open to
pressure
using
might be.
something else.
I can see where an act under pressure could be required here because an act under pressure is just the DM saying this might be hard for you to do because of the situation you're in right now. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
Okay. No, I can do it. She's not got a great amount of pull, but I'm gonna do my best.
All right.
Yep, that's my first fail.
Ooh. Okay, go ahead and mark the experience. All right. I would say you get him you get him up the stairs and through the door. The tree lunges out, smashes a branch through the door, and is kind of trying to use its sort of big clawed, limb to sweep you both back outside.
Okay. Is there anything else she can do, or the act under pressure just means that she's doesn't do anything else this turn?
Ooh. I think I'm kind of going with one roll per turn per person there.
Then her head
That's okay.
goes.
So
No, so when the
go ahead.
When the branch cut crashes through, her head falls off and goes skittering down the hallway.
Oh man! All right, we got a severed head just flying along, bouncing down the stairs. Things are getting pretty nasty. Kesberg, you see this bizarre sight, but you also see the tree, though weakened, is still kind of strong, is moving on your friend. What do you do?
Okay.
Meryl de Matet.
All right.
Don't know if I really need to necessarily translate what that means.
Yeah, I guess I will. I'm going to try and essentially, once again, use magic to sort of enhance my strength to sort of essentially pull the tree back away from the building.
Nice. Okay. So go for it. Use some magic.
Yeah. I got to use my weird somehow.
I like it.
Okay. All right, 10. Sweet.
Whoa. Yeah, so no
4, 3 plus
downsides.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, you just tackle this tree. You just grab this branch. I think with your better strength, you just rip it off of the trunk. Lot of blood sap pours out from the wound, but this branch just collapses. And you're next to Madame Demanche's head as well.
Could you? Her body's gesturing like, could you just be a dear and bring this back to me? Thank you.
All right, and he'll pick up the head.
It's so embarrassing when this happens, but they did a pretty good job cutting it off back in the day.
So it seems.
All right, Wilbur. The tree definitely weakened. Big branch of it just gone, but it's still up. It's still attacking you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do. Okay, so do I have to dodge, or is it just my turn?
It's just your turn.
Oh, okay. What is that called? It's fanning, right? Where you fan the pistol. Yeah.
Oh yeah, classic.
fan
Yeah.
hammer.
Yeah. Let me hit it with that. Let me take a crouch to get aim and just unload the revolver.
Yes. Unshoot this tree. All right. Go ahead and roll. Kick some ass.
Nice. Let's do it. Okay, I got 11.
Whoa, extremely
know.
good. Okay. So you get to pick, as well as you just like blow a lot of holes in this tree, you get to do an extra effect.
Okay, then I will break another couple of one branch, I guess. I'll break another branch off.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, a little extra harm. All right. This poor hanging tree is almost like completely destroyed. You can tell the vampiric magic is leaking out of it. You're thinking like one more big hit should take care of it. And yeah, you don't take any harm because like that good old roll. All right, Madame Demanche, it is your turn. Your head has been returned to you.
Okay. She's trying to now get into her room to make sure, number one, that Jimmy's in the circle. Hopefully he is.
Okay.
Second of all, to pick up her book and do with some magic. Like some real magic.
All right. I think, I kind of already had you. Right. All right. So I think I already had you roll to like, get over there. And thanks to Kesberg saving you from the branch, you made it. So I'm not going to make you roll again. You get up into the room, you throw Jimmy back into the circle.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you grab your book.
Okay. She is going to attempt to summon a flesh golem to help protect Jimmy.
Holy moly, wasn't that what we fought before?
Oh, incredible.
Kind of. I feel like flesh golems are something that you could do with
Hey, this flesh golem is good.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
this
good.
is a good flesh golem. So let's try to use magic and see how it goes.
Awesome. Summon a monster into the world.
Yeah, unfortunately that failed.
Aw.
Totally. I don't know what happens when you fail if it just doesn't work, because it doesn't say on a use magic what happens if it fails. But it just didn't happen.
Ooh. Okay.
She does have a patron that
it's
she
gonna
can piss off, though.
Ooh, okay. I know we just know it's like sort of, more kind of nebulous dark forces.
Mm.
I don't know if we would decide on like an actual, demonic spirit or like strange power beyond the grave that you are
Yeah,
sort of that you get your magic from.
it's basically the thing that keeps her alive and gives her magic, and she doesn't understand what it is, nor would what it is tell her, but she owes it all the time and has to do its bidding when it wants her to do its bidding.
So I think what you feel like is like you're trying to, call on this to make this cool thing happen. Instead, you get the feeling that like, a debt has come due. So it's like, it's like you're overdrawn at the bank a little bit. It's not going to do what you want until you do something for it.
Okay.
And now you're sort of aware of that feeling.
Does she have any idea what's appeased it in the past, or?
I'm not sure. I mean, well, I think we'll kind of we can talk about it between games, and like I think next game you're gonna you can try and like contact it and work with it, but for now you just know you're gonna have to like do some kind of job for it.
Okay.
All right, Levi, it is your turn now.
Might as well just do Yeah, I'll just try and use sort of unnatural strength to sort of keep tearing at the tree.
Punch
All
the
right.
tree.
Punch the tree. We
Punch
shoot
the
the tree,
tree.
we punch the tree.
Okay. +3 is helping out a lot. 11. So,
11. All right. How do you kill this tree?
I think like he's been sort of like so boosted up by like unnatural forces like within himself that he just sort of like digs his like hands into the center of the tree and it just and starts pulling and it just rips in half.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, you just like tear this tree apart. Bark, sap flies everywhere. As it collapses down, the sap stops looking so bloody, and it looks just like a normal tree that has killed lots of people.
He sort of like
Um,
looks at his hand, which is like covered in like this red sap. Like right before it like turns into actual sap, he sort of sniffs it and he looks disappointed.
oh man, yeah, it was blood for just if only it was blood for a second more. So as this tree collapses, we're gonna start bringing this game to a close here. You see, like Potato Sack Jack picking himself out of the rubble and chaos and being like, "I knew I hired the right people." But now you guys know that. Oh, and also Sir Edmund has disappeared. He was sort of using the tree as a distraction. He was able to slip away. But you guys know that like whatever was holding him down, this golden cross, is now under the possession of John Sutter. And you also, it's pretty easy to figure out where Captain Sutter is because he built this whole dang fort uh, where he sort of lords over everybody. So the ride to Sutter's fort and, back again is going to be our next episode, which is called, of course, Stagecoach to Hell. I do hope everybody here can join us for that one. Let's go ahead and do the level ups real quick, the end of session. So get some experience points.
Okay.
All right. Did we conclude the current mystery? No. Sorry, I didn't answer that for
kind
you.
of.
I guess not. No.
Not really. We
But
found out
but
what
did
was
we save
happening.
someone from certain death or worse? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
What was the second
You
question?
did, yeah.
Save somebody from
Did you
certain
save
death?
someone from?
Yeah.
from certain death or worse. Absolutely.
One.
Yes, so definitely one for that one. Did you guys learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
Yeah.
Number one, there's a nasty
Oh,
vampire.
I would
Number
say
two,
so. There's this.
Number two, John Sutter's involved.
Yeah, you learned a lot.
Yeah.
Nasty Vampire, John Sutter, Arcadian Club, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, and number three, did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Learned that my head isn't attached.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would say
one,
so.
that one was new.
We learned that. We learned the strange dietary habits of the other two.
Well, you haven't fully learned
Yeah, we're
Levi's
starting. We're
dietary
getting
habits.
hints. We're getting hints.
Yeah.
So that is 3, which means everybody gets to mark 2 experience.
Cool.
Oh, we get to mark 2 experience. Got it. Okay, so I have not leveled up, but I'm awfully close.
Ooh, very cool.
Well, because my character started failing pretty bad at the end. My
Yeah.
dice were like,
Good
you
thing- that's a
can't
good thing about
summon a
failing.
flesh golem, you jerk. It's like, fair enough.
I would have loved to see that flesh golem, but there's always next episode. We got 2 episodes more in this arc. We'll do a few more arcs, kind of exploring all of sort of like Gold Rush California history. So thank you so much for joining me here, Austin. I do hope you come back for our next episode. But it's been so great having you as a guest star. And Scooter, thank you so much for like organizing this, making this whole thing happen.
I
It's all
try
extremely
to show up.
appreciated.
I try to show up. Showing up is so hard. But I'm here. I'm in my cave. Thank you guys so much for this. The Golden State Monsters is going to definitely share some more bloodshed. I can feel it. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the characters as they develop, and they're not transparent. Their backgrounds and stuff like that yet. So that's kind of cool. Kind of cool to see, especially the little eating habits. I haven't figured out Levi's really too much. And then of course, yeah, it's a lot, but I'm enjoying it. I've never played this system, so it's cool to kind of see how this works out. And I'm a big fan of Evil Hat Productions. Like I do like the stuff that they put out in the world. So
I will say there's usually at least one normie in the group. We have no normies.
yeah.
Oh,
Not
Noticed.
right now.
So it's really nice to see. So the link is in the description to get Monster of the Week. So if you guys are interested, if you're watching this VOD or you watch it live, go ahead and click on that and make sure and help out them, because they're small. They're a smaller company. They seem like they do a lot of stuff, but they're a pretty small little company. So help them out if you can. But without any more further yammering, we'll be back next week. We might take a 1 week off there after next week, but we will go from there. But just until next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific. Make sure to pull up a chair and make
time
to
to
tabletop.
tabletop.
We'll see you all very soon. And if you're watching this, listen to this outro. Listen to this music. It's pretty dope. All right.
Oh yeah, music by Alexander Hosek Johnson. Big
It's
thanks to him
super
too.
cool. Bye.
Thank you.